All right, what's good, y'all? We're gonna go through a little bit of comments on my videos on IG. Some good, some bad. Just gonna give a little bit of reaction. Then I'm gonna talk to y'all about if I'm going to start competing next year, get on PEDs, etc. I just finished my lunch. I'll put the pickup right here. Cleared the plate. One thing people ask me a lot with my food is like, do I eat the same thing every day? And the answer is yes, and that might seem a little psychotic. It's just, I love this and I love what this food gives me. It all comes back to my passion and love for the gym. And you know, everyone's passions are different. Some people will look at this and be like, this man's crazy, sounds like a boring life. For me, yes, it can get repetitive, but it's all for a goal. Like, I want to put on muscle. I love putting on muscle. It's just a passion of mine. I see the genetics I was blessed with, and I want to maximize those genetics to the most that I can. So everyone's loves and passions are different. Some people like wedding planning. I don't think I'd ever be a wedding planner, you know. I love the gym, and this is what I want to do. So it's not boring to me. It can get repetitive, but it is what it is. You know, it's for an end goal. So we're gonna go through these comments. Some of them are funny, some of them are crazy. Overall, I don't let them get to me, the negative ones, because I know people take a few seconds just to type something up mean or crazy. So I don't give much like deep thought into it. I don't give them the energy back, and most of the time I just respond with something chill or casual. Just not giving them that energy back. You know, there's no point, no reason. So I got better things to put my mind and energy on. So some of these are good comments, good questions, so I'll answer those too. So in this video, I'll put them up right here for y'all. In this video, I was talking about my forearms, and I have pretty good forearms. I always have. In the video, I was saying that I have these big forearms based on really my genetics. Like, my dad had big forearms when I was younger, so he just passed them down to me. Now, they wouldn't be this big if I wasn't lifting and eating and doing a lot of arm days and certain arm exercises, right? But in general, I do have bigger forearms, and when people ask me, I say, well, for starters, I do have just really dope forearm genetics. But that's what I said in this video, and the dude said, bro said, my dad had big forearms when I was little. WTF are you smoking, big guy? So that's what I was saying. It's like, I have big forearms, and I'm letting people know, like, it's not all from me. I genetically have big forearms, and I'm thankful for it, but I maximize my forearms through my eating and my lifting and certain exercises and a lot of arm days. So next, in this video, I was talking about one of my pet peeves in the gym is when people just come up to you and feel the need to just tell you how to do something, just randomly, right? And the basis for that, I'll tell you in a second. This dude said, do you find these people bigger or smaller than you? I often get this from bigger dudes out of respect. I always listen, but it happens often enough. So for me, there's always room to learn. I haven't learned everything I have to learn about lifting and nutrition and fitness. There's things I learn all the time, and I incorporate it or I switch it up. But, and I have no problem asking for advice and learning more and more, right, and getting better at my craft. But there has been a few times in the gym where someone will come up to me and say, oh, you should do it this way. And it's very clear and obvious to me that, I'll give you an example. I was squatting one day, and I had, I think it was like 365 on there. So, heavier weight than most average dudes will do on squats. And this older gentleman, he like kind of not pulled me to the side, but he kind of like got my attention. I went over there and he said, at the top of your squat, you should raise your heels like a calf raise. And it was just very clear. He saw the weight I was doing, and he felt like he could try to like give me game or critique me in some way. Which at the end of the day, that in that situation is just based on an insecurity. Like, you see someone lifting a heavier weight and you try to like pull them to the side and like calm them down and give them some game or something. I was very respectful. I said, what's your name, boss? Got his name. I said, nice to meet you. I appreciate it. But I'm not gonna be doing calf raises at the end of my squat, bro. Like, that makes no sense. But Anyway, it's actually disgusting that most people immediately rush to the comment section saying he's on steroids. People gotta understand that you can be in great shape and still be natural. Maybe these haters like to search for an excuse as to why others are in better shape/health than them. Yeah, so a lot of times people see someone who's bigger, a lot of muscle veins, and like if they claim natural, people won't want to believe it. And from the outside looking in, I can understand and see that, because there's been dudes on IG that I see and they're bigger than me, leaner than me, just monsters. And it says Lifetime Natural in their bio. And I'll be honest with y'all, like my first reaction or thought is there's no way. In my head, it's like there's no way. He's way bigger than me. I have good genetics. This dude's bigger and leaner than me. He's saying he's natural. But then after I think about it, I'm like, I'm falling into what people do. I gotta stop myself and say, I don't know this guy. I don't know his character, if he's lying or not, but he's saying he's natural. And I understand that there are people out there with stupid, crazy, fire genetics, bro. And through people's eating, lifting, consistency, they can reach potentials that other people can't naturally, right? Everyone's genetics are different. If we were all the same, then we'd be boring, right? Everyone's been blessed with different gifts, passions, etc. Genetics, speed, strength, So I can understand people rush to the comment. They don't want to believe it. They're like, there's no way he's natural and can look like that. I can never look like that naturally. On top of that, a lot of people in the industry lie, so it's become a thing. Like, you won't want to believe that someone who's big is claiming natural and that they are and they're not lying, because people lie a lot, right? So I understand it, but it's always good to pause and say, you know what? At the end of the day, you really don't know. You just got to take their word for it. No need to comment something and try to call them out like they're lying. Just let them do what they do, bro, and hopefully they're telling the truth. So sick of juice heads doing this stuff all over the internet. A lot of juice head steroid trend comments I get. I would consider myself a meathead. Like, I love the gym, love putting on muscle, love everything about it. I'm not on juice yet, and we'll get to that later in the video. We'll see, but right now, I'm just a meathead, bro. Next, Jason Trentum. I'm guessing he's saying Jason Tatum. I've gotten a lot of people: Chase Claypool, Jason Tatum, Drake, Benny Blanco is a huge one. I mean, I don't know. I have longer hair. Jason Tatum, he got short hair. He's about what? He probably like 6'7". I don't know. He's balling for the Celtics. I'm not balling for the Celtics, so definitely not Jason Tatum, but not Jason Trentum either. What about fruits and veggies? No broccoli, banana, sweet potatoes, berries. So in this video, I was saying what I eat, and I eat the same thing every day. Y'all know, 5 eggs and oatmeal for breakfast, chicken and rice for lunch and dinner. I'll be honest, I've been adding fruits to my oatmeal lately. I've been doing blueberries. Are so fire. They just taste good. If I'm being honest with y'all, I don't eat vegetables, and don't look at me and say, well, he doesn't. I don't have to. I just haven't for a while. I mean, I was eating broccoli a lot in college with my potatoes and chicken, but past few years just been doing chicken and rice, because at the end of the day, I know for the gains, I need the rice and I need that chicken, But greens, I understand vegetables are highly important for your body, and I'm sure they can help with your fitness and all that. Do I think they're as vital to gains as chicken and rice? No, but I should incorporate more greens and think long term, like, am I gonna be okay not eating any vegetables and just chicken and rice long term for my body? So I will start incorporating some type of green. I need something easy though, because I do really easy stuff like chicken and rice. So I'll do air fry with the chicken, heatable jasmine rice. So I want something quick and easy with the veggies. So I'm gonna find something. You can literally see the trend in his veins, but he's here talking about oats. Yeah, I eat oatmeal for breakfast every day. And a lot of the comments say oatmeal is bad for you. And I'm like, is that true? I haven't done my research on oatmeal, but as far as I know, like, oats are pretty fire, right? And they're good for gains, and I'm still alive. So, thankfully. think about this. If he said I do trend, he wouldn't get views or comments. But if he says lifetime natty, he gets people commenting and checking his page. Would Liver King be as rich and famous if he admitted roids right away? He's almost as big as Larry Holmes and claims natty. I don't think I can't remember what Larry Holmes looks like. But yeah, like people will lie. Like, I'm going to be honest with y'all. When Liver King was saying he's natural, like I said to y'all, like, don't be quick to assume, but I know that at that age, you just can't look like that. If you could, I would really say like maybe very, very small, very, very small percent of the population at 50 can look like that. Big percent of the population, my physique and maybe bigger, leaner, can do it. A bigger percent of that population, but at 50 to look like Liver King was, I think is very, very small chance. So I never believed he was natty, you know, and he did it for the brand, for the money. And it's like, I just can't, I gotta be real with people. I would never say that I'm doing something when I'm not, or I never say I'm not doing something when I am. I wouldn't say I'm natural, but I'm taking stuff. I would, when I do, or if I do, or when I do get on PEDs, I'm just gonna be straight up with y'all and tell y'all what I'm taking, how much I'm taking, progress, etc. You know, so I believe it's important to be transparent for people and don't, you know, kind of like sell your soul for money. You know, be real with people, get your money the right way. This one was good. How do you have the self-control to not eat anything else other than what I eat on a daily basis? So you don't have to eat like boring like this, right? You can do fancier stuff with the nutrition and the gains. For me, I just want it quick and I want it right then, and I want the most amount of gains in the quickest amount of time. So I do chicken and rice every day. And of course it gets repetitive, but man, I see the progress every day. And when I'm in the gym and I see my pump and I'm like, this is why I'm eating that same thing every day, because it's just going straight to my muscles. I'm getting leaner, bigger, stronger. So it's just that much. I love it that much that I'm just on repeat with it. And if I'm being honest, I figured a lot of people were eating the same thing every day. From what it sounds like, people aren't, and that maybe this is a little crazy. But man, I remember in college, or high school, into high school, or beginning college, it clicked for me. Like, you need hard food gains and you got to go hard in the gym, and you need a lot of gains. So, you know, I'm seeing these bodybuilders eating chicken, eggs, rice, and it's literally just chicken and rice in their little Tupperware container. I'm like, they're giving y'all the blueprint right there, bro. Like, this is what you need to eat. Now, granted, they're taking steroids, but understand the basis is the same. Like, what are they eating? How are they training? Do that. You know what I'm saying? So, the self-control is just, I'm so locked in with what I want to get done, and I'm so obsessed with putting on muscle and gains that that's what I want, and I'm going to do this every single day. Machine mentality. Like, and, you know, when I want to get bigger, I'll add chicken to it. If I want to maybe just cut up, I've never done a cut. That's not my thing, but I would just eat a little less, right? But been eating more. It's been good. So we'll stop the comments there. We'll probably do more later on, I'm sure, as the comments come in. But am I going to compete or take PEDs? So up until this point, I've been natural. I started lifting when I was about 15-ish, 16. I've been lifting natural for 11 years now. I never had a want to take PEDs because early on I saw my muscle just kept getting bigger. So PEDs never entered my mind. And also understand the basis of why I was inspired to lift weights and put on muscle. It wasn't from a bodybuilding standpoint. When I was in high school, I'll tell y'all this, I saw a picture of Trent Richardson in Alabama, and this man was swole as hell. And I was like, I played football and that was my dream. And I'm like, I want to look like that as a safety on the football field. So I started following people like Brian Dawkins, Cam Chancellor, just all of LaRon Landry, just swole safeties, bro. And I loved it. I loved seeing that look. I was like, that's the look I want. I want to look that way in clothes and pads. I want muscle. So that's where the love began. I never had any like thought or interest about steroids or bodybuilding. But as time went on in college, I start to notice the bodybuilding scene. And then I start following them, watching videos. And now I have, the past year especially, I have a big appreciation for bodybuilding and the sport itself and what it means to take your physique to that level. It's really cool to me. And I'm so locked in now. It's going to be a point, I think, where I want to take my physique to the next level. And if I have an opportunity to make a lot of money on my body and maybe compete, then I would want to do that. But it really just comes down to my passion and love for fitness, which is why I understand when people want to get on PEDs and steroids. I never shame people for that. I just say it's important to be honest, right? But I never shamed them because I'm like, I understand, like I understand the passion behind wanting to get swole, right? I understand. But throughout the years, I never did it. And in my mind, I started to realize that looking outside, looking in, steroids and PEDs, et cetera, are serious. So if you're going to be taking them, I think that the reason should be really solid. You know, one, I think you should wait until you're in your 20s, let your body develop naturally, build that foundation for the gym with the eating, form, etc., maximize your natural potential, and then decide, is it worth it? Everyone's reason will be different, right? There could be a casual dude down the street that been lifting naturally 12 years and he's like, I want to get bigger, so I'm going to get on some stuff. If that's truly, he thinks that decision or that reasoning is good enough, all right, by all means, you're a grown man, do what you got to do. For me personally, I think it would only be worth it if I'm going to compete big time, or if I believe I'm going to make a lot of money on my physique, such as a Simian Panda or, you know, Joey Swole, like I always say. So, been about 11 years naturally lifting. I'm at the point where I really would love to take my physique to that next level, see how far I can go, strength-wise, size-wise, and maybe compete, and I would probably do classic. Open bodybuilding is too big for me, and I think that's way too much. But classic would be dope. Seeing like people like Ramon Dino and C-Bum recently really is like, really it inspires me to want to compete. Now, will I? I'm not sure. I mean, my thing is I'm natural right now. I never touched anything. So like I could stay this way. Or, you know, in a year's time, if maybe my personal brand is a little bigger and I'm like, oh yeah, it's time to really turn it up a notch, try to get on stage, etc., then I'll make that decision. But I'm gonna give it a year. I'm gonna go hard on what I gotta get done and assess in a year's time if the time is ready, the opportunity's there, and I think it'll be worth it. So just trying to keep my body healthy right now, keep the gains going, keep eating, keep learning, and have fun with it, bro. So we're gonna see, but I'll definitely keep y'all updated on that. And if that time comes, then we'll run it and we'll go hard. And if it doesn't come, then it doesn't come. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. Gonna try to put out some here and there, just, you know, chill life stuff, maybe a lift here and there. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace.